All right, it is 11:38 and it's time to get the truck washed. And I had a first time ever thing happen. It's yeah. Wait until you see this. All right, I'm in where am I? Sioux City, Iowa. Sioux City. Yeah. No. Sioux City, South Dakota. South Dakota. What do I got right here? I had my first DOT inspection. I'm at the Blue Beacon truck wash because I just dropped off my coils and I'm traveling to Wisconsin. Let's see. Messages.
Home. Messaging.
Roberts, Wisconsin. So it's right close to the border of Michigan. Anyway, I got my first, usually when I travel through or by way stations, this little device, there's lights, 3 lights on the lower left, one of them will go off. The one on the right is green saying, hey, you're good, you don't have to stop. The one on the left is red, you need to pull in. Well, as I was approaching this way station, I was looking at they have these overhead sensors and I'm watching them. I'm like, okay, I passed the second one, I look at my device, wait for to show me the green light, but it didn't show any lights. And that happens on occasion where none of the lights go off, and I think that's in an effort to have all trucks pull in. And as I was pulling up to the scale, there were several trucks ahead of me. I noticed the scale was actually coned off, so they weren't scaling anybody. They were actually just looking at trucks. And I don't know what made mine stand out, other than I have a brand new truck and maybe it would have made it an inspection easy. But there's a stop sign and then there's a light, like a stop light ahead that either says red stop, a green arrow pointing forward to go, or a right green arrow saying, hey, you need to pull in. So I stopped at the stop sign and I'm like looking at this red light thinking, oh, this sure is taking a long time. I'm not being scaled, so what's going on? And then I got a green arrow to pull in. I was like, crap. So this is my first time I've ever done this type of thing. So I was a little bit nervous. I was like, well, I should be good. You get nervous about these things, even though you're not breaking the law. It's kind of like getting pulled over by the police, which hasn't happened to me in, 30 years. No, that's a lie. It was last year, but I didn't get a ticket. It helps to know people in my town. Anyway, I digress. So I pulled into the parking lot, and I'm like, okay, what do I need to bring in? And as I was picking out a parking spot, there's this big sign that's saying, hey, bring us your kitchen sink, in addition to everything else. So I brought in my registration for the trailer and the truck, obviously my CDL. I had to bring my DOT health physical form because my DOT card went through the washing machine, so it's kind of illegible. So anyway, I brought it in, and they took everything, and he says, okay, we're going to go do an inspection on your truck. And I was like, oh, crap. Not that anything's wrong with my truck, but I was like, okay, this is where, they get nitpicky and just find the smallest thing and they nail you for it. So, but he went through it. He tested, I guess it was a level 1 inspection. Does it say? All I see on here is no brake measurement required for level 2. Maybe it's a level 2 inspection. And but he went through the VIN numbers on everything and made sure he checked the lights, the brights, the blinkers, the 4-way flashers on the front and the back of the truck itself, and not in addition to the back of the trailer. So then I got my piece of paper saying, hey, sign all these forms and now give that to your company and tell them to give you a raise. And I was like, oh, okay. So it says violations. No violations were discovered. Cha-ching! So I got my first inspection. No violations. I'll scan that and send it into my company, and maybe they'll give me a raise. I'll have to write it on there. Give me raise. No violations. So I have, let's see if it'll, it's really bright outside, so it's hard for me to tell through my screen if you're able to see that at all. But I've got, there you go, 4 hours and 43 minutes to get to my destination, and it's 11:44. So as soon as I'm done getting washed, I'll probably be there by 5 or 6, and I don't load until tomorrow. So it'll be a nice day today. It's beautiful up here. It's 77 degrees in South Dakota. This is probably the only time of year anybody ever wants to come visit this place, but hey, it's all good. I'm in the zone. When I say the zone for a truck wash, we are required to wash our truck or get our truck washed once a month, minimum. We can do it up to 2 times a month, because after 2 weeks have passed since your truck wash, you're authorized to get another one. But you can't go farther than 1 month. So if I were to not get my truck washed for an entire month, that would cost me in my pay for performance. So since I'm washing the truck, which I like to do because they pay for it, it earns me money. So, and I'll get a good wash today too, because there's nothing on, I'm in between stops. So I'm traveling from where I just dropped off to a new pickup, and I'm getting paid for all these empty miles, which is cool too. And my MPG should probably hit 8 miles to the gallon. All these things benefit my pay for performance. And anyway, what was I talking about? Now I don't remember. I started getting off on pay. Oh, truck washes. So anyway, the truck is empty. So, the flatbed is empty, so they'll have an opportunity to get a good wash on the deck of the trailer itself. So I always like going through the truck wash when I'm empty. This way they can really do a good wash. Because otherwise, if I got a load, and especially one that I have to have tarped, I basically tell them, you gotta be careful around this tarp load. You can't be shooting your jets of water into underneath my tarp. Trucks are moving forward. This is a double bay truck wash, so they can wash 2 trucks at a time. So I have a feeling. Let's see. I see 1, 2. Look at that. Look at that stupid pickup right there. It's like, seriously, you're going through a truck wash? Yeah. That's what they make those regular car washes for, so you can step out and hose your truck off. So anyway, let me pause this for a second, because I'll pull forward like my 50 feet so people behind me don't get impatient. It happens. Okay, so we've got a small truck there, and then we've got this, I guess, bigger truck here, and then what I call regular, blue beacon regular trucks. What the place is made for. Anyway, I've got 4 hours and 43 minutes, which I already covered, and I've got 8 hours and 24 minutes to do it in. Hopefully I make it. I should, even if I spend like 2 hours in this line, which I won't, I'll probably, I think I'll be in the doors in 30 minutes. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but I don't care. I got lots of time, and I will. There is a pilot like 100 yards from where I pick up tomorrow. So, and in fact, I'm going to be staying at the pilot. That is the one place where I had an actual weekend load, where they gave me a load and I was going to have to stay out for the weekend. The one time I did it, and I'm going to the pilot, and staying there tonight, so that reminisce about good old times. I picked up at this place that I think they use this for sandblasting, the sand that I'm picking up. It's either in the big like 500-pound bags, or they're in 50-pound bags stacked on a pallet. So we'll see how this see what I get. I don't really know. It's going to be about 40,000 pounds, who knows. And it looks like I'm going to Naperville, Illinois, and it's to some water tower. I'm assuming I'll be driving into town, and I'll look for the Naperville water tower and drive to that, because maybe they're cleaning stuff off so they can repaint the thing. You know, every once in a while I get these what I call construction loads, where I'm taking it to a construction site. Though I think those are interesting. Otherwise, it's always to some commercial manufacturer, most of the stuff that we carry, or that I've personally carried. So I've got my air conditioning going in the back. Heck, I can probably edit this video while I'm waiting in line. Edit and prepare this video for upload to YouTube while waiting in this line in the truck wash. So that's about it for today. There's nothing else really going to go on other than driving in nice sunny weather. So I think this is a good day, especially today is a good day to get a truck wash, because I'm not leaving and then immediately hitting some rainstorm and getting muddy water all over the truck. So this truck wash should last for hopefully a little bit. The trucks don't necessarily get really dirty. They do in the wintertime, and if you fail to wash your truck regularly. A lot of the Maverick facilities have, when I say facilities, they have truck yards, and some of them have repair facilities. Almost, I think probably all of them do, except for a couple. I've only been to a few of them, so I can't say for sure. Anyway, many of the truck yards that Maverick Transportation has is they have a truck wash, an automated truck wash that you can pull into. You break the I-beam, it turns everything on, and you drive through it really slow, and it washes your truck for you, and that's great. So it's definitely keeps the truck clean. If any of my videos have helped you gain interest in Maverick Transportation, or you've determined to go drive or apply to Maverick Transportation, I would appreciate it if you'd use my name as a referral, Dale Clay, when you apply. And if you've watched these videos and you've applied and you're like, oh, I forgot to put his name down as a referral, don't worry, it's not too late. You just call up your recruiter and say, hey, can you put Dale Clay's name in my file as a referral? Because you have to do that before you show up for it to count. Because I know there are people showing up that wish they would have put my name down as a referral, but for some reason they forgot or didn't realize that you had to do that before they show up. Because for some reason, if you were to show up and then say, hey, Dale Clay is the reason I came to drive for Maverick, that doesn't count. Apparently, you just got to give your name, or my name, prior to arriving at the training facility. So if you do that, I'd appreciate it, because every little bit helps my family, and they need a lot.